The woman was just about to lie down and rest when a strange sound caught her attention. She quietly peeked through a gap in the partition and froze in terror, only daring to quietly unscrew a small light bulb. That day when she boarded the bus, she noticed two suspicious men sitting nearby, who mockingly said they were hungry too. Then, another man walked over and deliberately revealed a toy tucked in his waistband, which quickly made those two troublemakers back off. He had intended to keep his distance from the girl, but as more passengers crowded onto the bus, he ended up sitting beside her. After the bus started moving, the girl suddenly became anxious because she didn't have money for the fare. Left with no choice, she had to ask the man next to her for help, and he paid for both their tickets without hesitation. She thanked him and promised to repay him once she found her husband. It turned out that her parents had passed away when she was very young, and she and her brother were taken in by an aunt. However, her brother was later taken away by someone else, leaving her to grow up alone in that house. Years later, she had grown into a beautiful young woman, but her uncle often mistreated her. When she complained to her aunt about it, she was harshly scolded instead and kicked out of the house, forcing her to survive by taking odd jobs. One day, she received a phone call informing her that her brother, who had been missing for years, had returned. She recognized him immediately and moved into his home. By then, her brother was already married, and his wife took care of her like a real sister, giving her the first taste of genuine warmth she had felt in years. However, the house had poor soundproofing, which initially made her feel extremely embarrassed and uncomfortable. But later, she couldn't help quietly moving closer to the wall to listen. Thank you for your likes and follows. And this captivating film is called Pamasahe.